Good morning, traders. I'm Michael Sabo, Senior Commodities Broker with RJO Futures here on Monday, November 25th, with some commentary here in the energy market. So let's get started here with the crude prices. Crude prices opened up significantly weaker here on the overnight. We're currently trading around 94.10, which is off about 74 cents. Hit a low down around 93.08, which if you look at all the consolidation we've been going through for about the last 2 weeks, we actually poked through that by just a little bit, taking out the previous low that was set. And of course, the market has rebounded back up and actually kind of pushing up here right now on about the highs for the day, even though we're still off about 75 cents or so. Brent weaker as well. We're down around 110.09. That's off about 96 cents. Nat gas bucking the trend there. Nat gas is up about a penny or two, but overall kind of quiet there. The complex right now is off about 2 to 3 cents. Now, we do have the equities market up yet once again. S&P is up, making a new high in the December contract. So we are seeing some strength there in some of the other global markets. One of the big things that happened here over the weekend is that there is in place now, or appears to be in place, an Iranian nuclear deal. It was brokered between several world powers, obviously, and Iran. And basically, the gist of it is this, is that they're going to ease up on about $7 billion worth of sanctions in return for Iran, reducing their exposure there, reducing their nuclear program there a little bit. So supposedly, they're going to scale that back a little bit in return for these sanctions being lifted, which obviously is going to mean that potential oil flowing out of there in a tune of about $7 billion. So apparently sanctions can and do work, it looks like, because if you follow what was going on there, they've had bouts of hyperinflation, they've had a lot of problems there. So we'll see if this promise holds true or not. But nonetheless, here the market is certainly taking a little bit of that into account. It's helped pricing and putting oil under pressure here, no doubt. Also, Saudis, one of the things that's helped kind of keeping the oil propped up, Joe, just a tad, is that Saudis quickly coming out and saying that they're going to reduce output there a little bit. In other words, these OPEC countries are trying to keep the price of oil higher if they can. Although, as I've mentioned in several of my own posts, we're becoming less and less dependent on importing oil, as our oil production here in our own country has been on the rise, and our current stockpiles are running at record levels for this time of year. So, but nonetheless, Saudis saying that they're going to ease back a little bit on their oil production, and we are seeing traders are using a little bit of violence in Libya also as an excuse for lending a little bit of support here to the market. But I think it's something I've talked about in so many of these posts, and most recently, flip back to last week's post. We hit that all-important technical areas I had mentioned in prior posts around the 95 to 96, and as in fact here we went to about 95.5. That market quickly found some resistance there and started coming under pressure. So on the technical aspect of things here, it's not a shock to me at all to see prices trading down at these levels. Now we couldn't penetrate really too much on the lows there, so we're still holding that range, but we did get that upturn into the 90, 95 half-inch area, and then the market started pulling back, and of course gapped lower here last night. So, at this point, I think prices here, you might see a little bit of retracement here. So in other words, you could see prices still kind of moving up there a little bit. Ultimately, though, I think that, the market is going to lose some steam here. Things might be a little bit quiet here. As remember, this is a holiday week, Thanksgiving here on Thursday. So, you might see traders kind of starting to just scale back a little bit. So trading could be a bit quiet. But ultimately, I think prices are going to continue to be range bound. But I think the bears are going to remain in control of the market. I think the fundamentals of the supply and demand situation, I think, short of any major geopolitical event, I think are really what's going to hold most influence over this market right now. So give me a call, shoot me an email. You want to discuss some entry points? I got some ideas on how you can take advantage of the market. I have been working with clients and helping them get positioned in an option ratio spread. If you don't know what that is, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to explain it to you. I'll give you the specific trade recommendation there, complete with the entry points and prices and things like that, so you can kind of watch that. But nonetheless, interesting way to approach the crude oil market as well as some of the other markets. So again, give me a call and we can get into more detail, or feel free to shoot me an email. And of course, remember that futures trading does involve a substantial amount of risk. May not be suitable for all traders. Good luck and good trading.